spent the whole afternoon staining the old cabinet. I just want to go to bed. But I then decide I have to introduce new ingredient to you, because on the way to staining the cabinet, I picked up some lotus root on great sale, like 99 cents a pound. You cannot get better than that. But then they're not that fresh. The supermarket is trying to get rid of it before it's going all bad. I pick up quite a few pounds. This light, a little sweet, light refreshing smell. Reminds me, lotus flower in summer, and under the sunshine, big green umbrella of the lotus leaf. It grows well with this dirty, smelly, muddy water. Lotus flower, it's so different from it. It's clean, it's elegant, it's like refreshing fragrance. The Chinese have a saying, coming out from the dirt, mud, but never get stained. Describe a person that from a real dirty family or whatever background come out like clean, good, saint, like Mother Teresa coming out from the gangster family. But anyway, let's go back to the food. If they're all fresh or smell good, then I would choose the round one like this. I'm gonna save this. This is in a relatively better condition, and the rest I'm gonna eat. There are several ways of eating this lotus root, and when it's fresh, you can make salad. Slice it thin, cross cut it, or you julienne it, and then you put in a seasoning like vinegar, sugar, soy sauce, like sesame oil, there's some kind of oriental sauce, or anything you want to put it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be oriental or whatever. If it come out like fresh, I can just eat it like that. It's crispy. It's just like more like a Korean pear, but lighter. It has this thread spider net. Yeah, here is what I'm talking about. On New Year, this is part of the New Year Chinese candy. And the other one would be the candy winter melon, candy lotus seed, and candy lotus root slice. Pretty much you make candy out of it. Kind of too sweet for me, although I like it. I cannot eat too much of it. Another very popular way to eat that is just to make soup out of it. It's very easy. And that's what I'm gonna do, because it's not that fresh. The best protein to pair the lotus root is pork. You can do other if you want, but to me pairing is very important. It makes things way easier. So if you put the right ingredient together, they work well, and it's just like you don't have to work too much and it will come out great. But if you have this start putting in together, you gotta do a lot of things. Not impossible, but you gotta do a lot of things. Try and all these to make it work. I could make everything work, but you just have to go so many miles, and after so many things and efforts and so many other ingredients put in, still doesn't come out as good as the right thing put together. Yeah, that's why Food Network, the competition like Chop, I don't know whether you watched that. It's interesting because they put this all different kind of ingredients, like that's totally done work together, and then give you 30 minutes to work it out and gotta process every ingredient and make it part of it. And that's very difficult to me, even to many professional chefs. Like fish and cheese, actually that is not that bad. Like fish and cheese and stinky tofu, actually that's not that bad, or donuts, something like that. Actually even that is not that bad. I'm gonna use the brush just to clean it. In between these roots you got these nuts, so when you're making soup you can dump it in, but just clean out this not so good looking part in case there's any dirt, any mud, or any not so good flavor mixed in the soup. See, sometimes things go dry or bad. I like to cut in half like this. I have a pot of soup in the slow cooker. I put in a quick rice mold. I can smell it. It's boiling right now, so I better add quick. I don't have fresh pork into it, although I have lots of pork chop that is already done. So my plan is just to make it a non-protein soup, because my soup base, I already have chicken soup. I have all the leftover full, like the rice and fish sauce in it. Yeah, I think you can flavor the soup with fish sauce. It works well too, but it definitely, I don't think it works very well with fish though. Unless you cook it for a long time, you know, like it's not fish anymore, like a fish sauce, right? It's more like a nutty, umami, kind of, not fishy. I'm gonna use the ox knife right now. Chinese category, food and herbs. Two major categories, hot food and cold food. Okay, the hot food pretty much you want to eat during the winter, like chili, fried food. You know, when you have a sore throat, you want to get the cold food, like most of the melon, especially bitter melon. This belongs to cold food. Most of the ginseng, except American ginseng, is hot. So that's the herb side. It come out not as fresh. I have pretty much. Oh my God. That's why you don't want to put the chopping board on the edge of the sink. But I just want to get it done all over it. I will just like dump it in the boiling water. Come, boiling water. Get them all in. Another way to eat it is to make stew. Not sticky stew. I'm gonna get me more fish sauce. I'm just going to do the slow cook for our pot. Is like a kind of very low heat, so it needs longer time. So it's cooking while I'm sleeping. So that's why I'm calling easy breezy. That's the beauty to have electric slow cooker, electric pressure cooker. Save you a lot of hassle, a lot of time. This one, it's just basically a rice cooker. Oh, if you're gonna put pork into the soup, you put it in when the water is still cold, and then you put the lotus root when the water is boiling. Especially in my case, the lotus root is not that fresh. But you can put it all together with the cold water. I think let's make some difference, but it's okay. Not a deal breaker. You can put some peanuts in there. The best part to cook the lotus root soup is a salty pork. Or you have a ham hock. That's very good. The best. I lowered down the temperature now already. So we're gonna bring it back to boil, and then you slow cook it. 4 hours for me, for my cooker. If you have a pressure cooker, that's the fastest. 10 minutes. If you have no meat, maybe, yeah, try 5 minutes. Look at that. Ta-da! Oops! Obviously, the soup is done and also gone. So as the lotus root. So that's the verdict. Now, I have to say, that's not the most delicious food I have ever had. But you definitely hit the spot. I feel really good eating it. It's just like the starch and vegetable combined in one. I just eat it out like crazy. Eating them like a pancake. By the way, I mean, it's good to put some acid into the soup. The Worcester sauce would be good. Yeah, just drizzle a few drips of it. If you want to put vinegar, it's fine too. Go try it out. I mentioned earlier that you can eat it raw, you make a salad, and you can also, you know, make it like a quick cooking instead of cooking a few hours. You slice it or julienne it and pan fry it or even steam it, but make sure you put in some umami taste into it. Umami meaning meat flavor. If you're vegetarian, you can by all means put in a meat sauce, vegan, or soy sauce. Go try it out. To the good life.